To winning the last frame, but so much to admire, particularly in the latter stages of that break from Judd Trump, Stephen.
Yeah, two bad misses from Ronnie, but we're going to see two examples of Judd Trump's cue power. He plays these shots probably better than anyone in the game. I mean, the technique, Steve could probably explain how he can get so much cue power better than me, but it's just, he plays shots that almost anyone else in the game cannot play.
Okay, Steve,
it's all yours.
on the spot.
Well, yeah, he hits the ball so cleanly, but when it comes to, effectively how much spin you can get on the ball, you've got to hit it low, but you've also got to hit it hard. You've got to generate a tremendous amount of acceleration from a standing start. And some people can't do that. It's a bit like somebody who can punch. Some people can punch and others can throw a haymaker, but there's just nothing in it.
I had no cue power.
Yeah. But it's from a standing start. If you can generate from 0 to 60 as a car, how much acceleration can you get? And you need sort of fast muscles like reflexes, and that seems to be what Judd Trump has. There's a bit of wrist movement involved as well, but he's got such a range of shots that he's the type of person really that can get himself out of trouble in a frame by playing this exceptional shot. And he's taken it to Ronnie. Other players, more of a limited range. Ronnie's quite sort of comfortable in that area because he feels like he's the master. But it's always a feeling when you're playing against somebody who's got an unknown X factor of so many shots that you're never at ease because you never know what they're capable of.
And I guess it's applying them at the right time that's key. And so far, he's resisted the temptation to bash up the balls, hasn't he? He's been very, very careful about his application of that power, hasn't he?
Yeah, he had obviously that shot we discussed earlier with the rest, which if it had gone wrong, a lot of people would have been criticising him, saying that was a crazy shot to go for. That was a one shot, and if you fancy it, you're confident, go for whatever you want to go for. But yeah, he's tempered it. He's only done the shots at the end. But as Dennis says, there's no disrespect to Ronnie, but you don't want to be sat in your chair watching someone play exhibition snooker against you.
No.
But it does come off the back of the judged great shots. Does come off the back of two pretty glaring misses from Ronnie's perspective. One in the middle pocket and that one into the green pocket. That really, from a player's perspective, is quite debilitating to your confidence. You need to get on a roll. You need to play no-miss snooker, and every now and again you throw one of those in.
And Judd now guaranteed a lead going into tonight. It was a big frame.
And the dynamics of this final, very important. You're absolutely right. Judd, the man at the table, will be in front going into tonight, but by how much? That's the question.
Yes, Hazel, that is the big question. How far in front will Judd Trump be? I think at the moment this Alexander Palace crowd, they're a little bit stunned by this performance from Judd Trump, but he's quite capable of doing that. Fabulous crowd once again. Well, the whole week it's been tremendous here. Good cue ball here, although this red will cut.
Yep, this is one tough shot, but made all that more tougher by the cue ball being glued to that cushion. In the last frame it wasn't quite there, and Judd managed to dig out a crack in red. You got to hit these good. But he'll settle for the outcome.
Isn't it always the case, John? Whoever's playing well gets the rub of the ball. It was a tough cut he took on, but he's got them all safe.
That was well avoided. Good shot, that. The right angle, a little bit aside, just to avoid that red on the right-hand side cushion. That was really well played. Just not quite happening. Obviously full out to play on the black. Don't blame him for that. But now another chance for Judd.
One.
I think the way Judd is playing, he's putting Ronnie under pressure with those pots. It's usually the other way around, isn't it, John?
Yep. And make no mistake, Judd will be trying as hard now as he has in any part of the match. When you've got someone 5-1 down and there's 2 more bites at the cherry for a bigger lead,
8.
you really do put your focus all into it. That's what he'll be doing here. He can break the back of this match if he wins both of these frames.
9.
And all the great champions, and there's 2 of them in the studio, they wouldn't give you anything. I can tell you that for nothing. Don't get paid for overtime.
Well, I thought before this match started, I thought it was going to be quick, and I thought it was going to be close.
15.
At the moment, it's quick, but it's not close.
Yeah, I suspected he would play better today, Dennis, than he did in
16.
the semi-final, and it's still good enough to win that semi, obviously, but I think when you've been in 4 semi-finals, you haven't managed to reach a final. I think that was what the pressure was affecting Judd a little bit last night. Now he's here, he knows he's in the final of the Masters for the first time. Oh, that was a kick, by the way. I think you can just settle down and play the match. Sounds bizarre when you're in a final. It means more, obviously, than the semi, and we can see this kick happening.
23.
I just suspected that he'd feel a bit more comfortable today, actually in the final. So far, that's proven to be the case.
Well, I listened to his interview with Hazel and the boys last night from the commentary box, and as I walked down, he was there just getting his microphone off, and he was gleaming. The smile on his face was something special. He really did enjoy getting into his first final. Now look at this shot he's played here, by the way.
Peach. Absolute peach. Round the angle.
26.
Top spin, run inside. Couldn't play it any nicer. Watch the cue ball take off.
$27.
Don't know whether he's got the angle there. Just could have done with a little bit lower. But he's got that much cue power, Dennis. He might be able to force something out of it.
Little bit like that. He's unlucky, you know. He couldn't have played that much better from the angle you said
34.
he had, John.
How did he get that much in it?
Oh, this is a thin one. Well, he's potting everything at the moment.
35.
And even though there's a lot of Ronnie supporters in here, they're giving this man their full respect. They're watching a master at work here at the moment.
Yeah, just come slightly the wrong angle on the blue. Just having a look to see if when he plays off the blue, where he'd need to screw back to just to get his hand on the table would help. Of course, him being a left-hander. But then might be a change of plan here. Yep, trying to get in behind this red instead. And these are tricky, very difficult when they're close together, just to
40.
work out the angle. So I'm not absolutely certain this red.
So this is taking me back to 2011 in the World Championship when I commentated on Judd. Throughout that championship, he lost in the final to John Higgins, but I'd never seen potting display like it. before at the Crucible. It was quite remarkable.
He's quite rightly taking his time here. He knows how important this is. This is guaranteeing a 4-frame lead, whatever happens in the last frame, if he wins this one. Now, I don't think that cannon is any good.
46.
Yep, it's gone wrong. It was a funny one. Once it hit the top cushion, I thought it was going to be perfect, but when it come back, it just grazed that one. Watch this off. He's played the gap. He's coming back, and it just grazes it. If it hits it full ball, it's perfect. If it misses it, it's perfect. So just a safety.
Judd Trump, 46.
Quite a clever safety, also pushing that red onto the one that was near the cushion. So there's 2 reds out of commission at the moment, which Judd needs as a little bit of insurance. Oh, are you kidding? How did that not go in? How did that red not drop? He played that as a shot to nothing. That looked in all the way there.
Yeah, there's one for all those people at home who think these are big pockets, Dennis.
Well, it's tough for Ronnie's supporters and Damien Hirst there. I mean, he won't understand what's going on here, but he'll appreciate the play of Judd Trump.
Eight. Nine.
Just slightly scrapping for position at the moment is Judd. Well recovered and nicely played. Massive moments in the match, this.
Once again, tricky situation for the referee to get the pink into the perfect spot.
15.
A couple more pots would be enough, you would feel. Well, if he takes the pink,
60.
he need another red. If he takes the black, well, the black would put him 69 in front with 67 on the table. The pink would also leave Ronnie needing a snooker.
Yeah, so it's the thin clip on the black. Probably play dead weight to cover the pocket if you don't pot the black, but that's not a problem today.
$23. $24.
Yes, this is very impressive from Judd. I don't think anybody coming through the gate today thought 6-1 to him was happening. Well, apart from Judd, he probably would have been dreaming of it, but he's playing some good stuff. Safety's good. He's scoring when he's in. And every time Ronnie makes a mistake,
27.
he's having to sit in his chair. So this is real quality at the moment. And absolutely no fluke about it.
doesn't matter how good you are, you can't do anything if you're sitting in your seat watching your opponent.
34.
Well, he put those 2 reds safe. He might even bring them into play. Not quite. Doesn't really matter.
40.
Attempting a trick shot.
40 and the frame.
Once again, no
Judd
really
Trump.
big breaks, but 40 and 46 is more than ample. Judd Trump is marching on. He now leads Ronnie O'Sullivan by 6 frames to 1.